Hi, I'm Yew Foong. Welcome to my channel, KL Properties with Yew Foong. If you have been following my MM2H series, you will know that I have posted 4 videos on this topic, covering the basic requirements, latest updates, must-knows, and even interviewed a registered MM2H agent. But today we are going deeper. Today I'm sitting down again with our MM2H expert, Irene Yong, to uncover the common mistakes and unseen pitfalls that may make or break your MM2H applications. Irene, welcome back to my channel.
Oh, Yew Foong, thanks for having me back. It's glad to share some updates regarding Malaysia, my second home program.
Yes, it's about time.
Yeah, it's a new year, 2026, and we hope that those of you who have yet to apply MM2H, you should consider in the year 2026.
Yes, okay, so Irene, let's jump right into the first topic. With the new MM2H tiers like SEZ, Silver, Gold, and Platinum, now so well established, what are the major concerns when applicants choose a certain category to apply?
Okay, well, customers come from diverse background, different financial capabilities, and also intention for their MM2H application. Unlike the old MM2H programs, the newly revamped MM2H program offers 4 tiers for selection, like what you have mentioned.
Right.
The Silver, Gold, Platinum, as well as the Special Economic Zone. So I would say that most of the customers, they would select the tier based on these criteria. So number 1, they select the tiers based on the minimum entry cost.
Oh, so when you say minimal entry cost, I'm sure you're talking about SEZ visa.
Yes.
Yeah?
You got it right. Yeah. So it's the Special Economic Zone. So the total investment in the Special Economic Zone for age above 50 years old, okay, the fixed deposit is 32,000 US dollar. And then when you're talking about the smaller size of property in Forest City, it costs about 500,000 ringgit Malaysia. That will be equivalent to 120,000 US dollar. So the total cost for above 50 years old is only 136,000 US dollar after 50% fixed deposit withdrawal. Yeah.
So the entry cost barrier is pretty low.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty low, right?
Yes. The entry cost is relatively low for age above 50 years old. Whereas for age below 50 years old, it's slightly higher because you have to place a fixed deposit of 64,000 US dollar. But ultimately, you get to withdraw 50% as well. So the ultimate cost for age below 50 years old is only 152,000 US dollars.
Okay, so far I think this visa has been out for about a year plus, yeah? So most of the people from your experience who sign up SEZ visa, are they above or below 50 years old?
Most of them are above 50 years old.
Okay.
Most of them are above 50 years old because they leverage on the minimum cost. And then I would say most of them, they do not wish to stay in the Special Economic Zone.
I think probably they're not staying there.
They are not staying there.
Yeah.
They will just rent a place, somewhere in Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, or even
travel around.
Yeah, and travel around the West Malaysia. So the second criteria that the customers would choose MM2H program is based on the retirement plans.
Retirement plans?
Yes.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Okay, based on their retirement plans, certain people, they prefer to live by the beachfront condominium, then they may choose Penang. Some people, they love the hustle and bustle of a metropolitan city, then Kuala Lumpur is a great choice for them. So depending where they prefer to live, where they prefer to reside for their old age, during their old age. So I would say that if you are looking at retirement plans, then most likely Silver program is more suitable for you, because Silver program provides the flexibility for you to purchase a property in any states, like any states of West Malaysia.
Right. Right. And you can actually really live there yourself. Unlike SEZ, the first category we were talking about, you're going in minimum entry point, but you are not going to stay there. You're just going to probably rent it out.
And then for Silver program, the property part is very flexible. It's like you can choose the property type, like be it a landed property, be strata title or individual title, or you can choose a condominium, or even if you want a bungalow, it's possible as well.
Okay, I have a question. Say if someone applies silver and after 2 years they decided to upgrade to gold, is that possible? Or are they locked in and they cannot change?
Okay, if they want to change, they have to go through another process of providing new documents or the latest documents.
Okay.
So normally, I would suggest clients to decide which program they prefer at the beginning. And thirdly, they may consider based on the children's education as well.
Children's education.
Yes.
Okay.
Like the international schools. As you know, Malaysia has more than 200 international schools across the entire West Malaysia.
Oh, that's a lot. I didn't know that. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So the parents have plenty of selections when it comes to the international school. But mostly, people would choose between these states such as Penang, Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, Johor Bahru. So these are the common states, where they would choose the international school.
I see, but I have a question. When you're talking about applicants who apply because of their kids going to international school, for example, isn't it better to get a certain visa for that? I think that is called
the student visa.
Yeah, student visa, and then the parents, they will have a guardian visa. Isn't that easier to get compared to MM2H, for example?
Okay, I would say that this is a valid question. And this is a relevant question as well. Because to the parents who are considering between student guardian visa or MM2H visa, so these are the differences. Okay, so number one, if you are considering the student visa or guardian visa, is annual renewal. Whereas for MM2H visa, the least you will get is 5 years. Of course, we have like 10 years, 15 years, up to 20 years, So this makes a lot of difference because when you are doing the annual renewal, you have to reapply for the double certification, for the marriage certificate, the birth certificate of your child, it's like you are preparing the documents all over again every year. So it's quite a tedious process.
I see.
For majority of the parents, okay? So that is the number one difference. The second difference is if you are enrolling your children into the international schools in Penang or even Kuala Lumpur, only one of the parent, normally it's the mother, okay, will get the guardian visa. The father wouldn't be getting any visa.
Actually, it's true. I have a client like this too, who rented a place from me.
Yeah. Especially for Mont Kiara area.
Right.
Because it's under Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur and Penang, either one of the parent can get the guardian visa. Normally, it's mother.
Then my question is, I mean, you have been doing this. I know you're doing very well. A lot of people applying through you.
Thank you.
Do you come across a lot of parents applying for the MM2H visa because of the kid studying? Really?
Yes.
Oh, the main reason of that.
Yes. In fact, there are a lot of parents from China and then Taiwan, even some of them from the Western countries. They are applying for the Malaysia My Second Home visa instead of the student/guardian visa because they want to include more family members into their MM2H application. Yeah, as you know, because if you are applying, let's say if you enroll your children into the international school in Mont Kiara, okay, Gardens or Mont Kiara International School, only the child who is studying get the student visa, and only the mother is getting the guardian visa. So what about the father? What about if you are bringing along your parents or parents-in-law? Or what about your other children who are still, below the age for schooling? So they are not allowed to stay in Malaysia. So if you want the entire family to enjoy the long stay in Malaysia, Malaysia My Second Home program is still the best choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The fourth criteria is customers would choose MM2H program based on their business plan.
Business plan. Okay, business plan. I'm also a quasi MM2H expert. Quasi only. All right. So for business plan, I'm sure you are talking about platinum.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because that is the only visa that allows you to work and to have business in Malaysia.
Correct. Yeah. So platinum programs offers the 20 years visa. So in other words, it's unparalleled security, whereby you are secured of the 20 years visa. At the same time, you get to work, you get to invest, you get to incorporate company, and also you can become the director of your own company. Yeah, so you can work and invest in a legitimate manner. Yeah, in a legitimate manner. So for long-term business owners and investors, I would suggest you to apply for the Platinum program.
But I think from what I heard from the public, one of the reasons why people think twice about applying for Platinum because of the high cost of 200,000 ringgit that has to be paid to the government. Is that true?
Yeah.
What is that about actually?
Okay, that is a government participation fee of 200,000 ringgit Malaysia. So it's a one-off for the whole family. So irrespective, you are bringing, spouse and dependents, like how many of them. So you only pay a 200,000 ringgit Malaysia government participation fee.
I think when we tell people participation fee, people are, it's like giving the government free money. I don't think it's that way, right? It's basically buying an opportunity to work or have your business here in Malaysia.
Okay, Yew Foong, like for business owners, I believe they are very good at calculating the return of investment, the ROI. So if you are talking about 200,000 ringgit Malaysia divided into 20 years visa. So it's like how much? It's 10,000?
10,000 ringgit a year.
10,000 ringgit a year. So I believe that you will earn more than 10,000 ringgit Malaysia in Malaysia.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That's a very good way to look at it. All right, Irene, the next question. Let's move on. The requirement to purchase a property for MM2H is compulsory. So from a strategic financial standpoint, what is your advice on managing this investment?
Okay, so there are two ways to manage your property for MM2H application. So option one is if you plan to retire and reside in Malaysia, then you can buy a property at your preferred location. For example, if you plan to retire in Penang or if you plan to retire in KL, then you can choose, either place or even in Johor Bahru. So you can, Malacca, Ipoh, it's totally up to you. You can choose any type of property, any location, and also any size, at your own ease. That is option one. Option number two is for those who apply MM2H, but they are not staying in Malaysia yet. As of now, I would say as of now. So for this second type of MM2H homers, you can consider to buy the property for investment purpose. So if you're buying for investment purpose, I would suggest you to buy around the Kuala Lumpur area.
Mont Kiara.
Mont Kiara, KLCC.
No, it's true. What you say is very true. Recently, I just sold a property in Mont Kiara, Akori's residence, to a MM2H holder. So he's only 2 years younger than me. I won't tell you my age, but 2 years younger than me. So meaning pretty young. And he's not planning to live in Malaysia for now. Maybe for the future, who knows. So he wants me to rent it out for him. So the requirement in KL is minimum 1 million ringgit. So he did the minimum. And I'm helping him to rent it out and he gets 5% rental easily. ROI on rent.
Yes. So that's the average rental return. The rental yield in Kuala Lumpur is about 4 to 5%.
Yes, especially in Mont Kiara, if you find the right property that most foreigners and expats always look out for. Yeah,
and Mont Kiara is also full of international schools.
Yes, international school. And the location is great because it's still very, I would say near to KLCC, depending on the traffic. Okay, I'm going to be very honest. Moving on, Irene, many viewers of mine, they are digital nomads who work remotely for overseas companies. How does the new MM2H address their situation?
Okay, so if you are working remotely for an overseas company and you love the lifestyle of Malaysia, you can apply for either the lowest entry requirement, that would be the SEZ, or you can apply for silver program based on your financial capabilities. Okay, what is the advantage? The advantages is both program offers tax exemption for your offshore income remitted into Malaysia. Okay, so for example, if you are a British citizen and you are working for an American company or for other companies in Dubai, wherever it is, so if you stay in Malaysia for more than 183 days, you are considered as a tax resident of Malaysia. And then, however, you are not earning money from Malaysia. You are earning money outside of Malaysia. So for all your offshore income remitted into Malaysia, is completely tax exempted.
Tax exempted from?
Tax exempted for your offshore income. Let's say if you are earning 10,000 US dollar. So the 10,000 US dollar, the offshore income remitted into Malaysia is all tax exempted.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So I think this is an advantage
for the digital nomads. Yes. Okay, Irene, next one. Could you please share with us a real life red flag scenario that caused an application to be delayed or rejected?
Okay. All right. So, well, of course, if you have a clean record in your letter of good conduct or police clearance certificate, and you're able to provide the family proof, like the marriage cert, and the birth certificates to be properly certified by the relevant authorities, majority of the clients would get their MM2H approval.
Oh.
Yeah. But there are certain cases which got delayed due to specific circumstances.
Okay, maybe you share with us one that was delayed, like real life scenario.
Okay, let me share with you one of the real life scenario which got delayed. So this applicant is from Australia, and then he was the ex-army, from the Australian Defence Force. And then I think because of his occupation, our government is slightly more sensitive, and they are doing more vettings, due to his past occupation.
So not so straightforward. It was not immediately like approved.
Yeah, got delayed. His application got delayed. So what we did was we submitted the proof that this applicant had already sold his property in Australia and intend to purchase a new property for his retirement in Penang. So after we submitting the supplementary documents, the supplementary proof, then we are able to prove that this is a genuine applicant. So we are glad and delighted to share that this particular applicant got his approval in due time.
So overall, although it was delayed, but you managed to get it sorted out.
Yes, with the close follow up as well as proper supplementary documents.
Okay, good. So it's a happy ending.
Yes.
Right. Okay, Irene, next one. So looking at the global landscape, with programs in Thailand and UAE all competing for attention, what is Malaysia's unbeatable X factor that you tell your clients?
Okay, all right. So Malaysia, My Second Home program, we know that there are 4 tiers. So it provides a broad spectrum for applicants from diverse background. Okay. So as compared to the Thai Elite program, Malaysia My Second Home program has an advantage of being renewable. So Malaysia My Second Home program, be it the 5 years, 10 years, 15 years or 20 years, is renewable every 5 years indefinitely, okay, until you terminate your MM2H visa. Whereas for the Thai Elite program, okay, let's talk about Thai Elite program first. So the Thai Elite program offers the 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years option. But after you complete the visa tenure, you can no longer renew.
So you can't renew?
You can't renew anymore. There's no renewal option.
So what happens after that?
After that, you have to buy again. The 5 years or the 10 years or the 20 years visa, you have to buy again. It's non-renewable. Whereas for MM2H program, it's renewable. So this is the Thai Elite program. So if you compare to the Dubai Golden Visa, the Dubai Golden Visa is tied up with your property. For example, if you buy a property at UAE and then you get the 10 years Golden Visa. But after 10 years, if you sell off your property, you are no longer entitled for the Golden Visa. Whereas for the Malaysia My Second Home program, you are required to purchase a property as well. But after 10 years, if you sell the property, you can still renew your visa every 5 years indefinitely.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Seriously.
Yes.
So for Malaysia, our MM2H and SEZ visa, after the 10 years,
After the visa tenure.
After the
be it
visa
5
tenure.
years, 10 years, 15 years, or 20 years, depending on the tier.
Right.
So it's 5 years renewable for all, across all the 4 tiers.
Right. But for the property after 10 years, they can sell the property
Yes.
and don't need to buy new property.
Exactly.
Oh, that one I really didn't know. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So you sell off the property after 10 years. If you do not wish to maintain a property, you can rent, but at the same time, you get to renew your visa.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
So
that's very good.
I would say that for those applicants who are looking for long-term
Stability.
long-term stability or long-term residency and a long-term plan, Malaysia, my second home, I would say that it stands out.
Yes.
Yeah, it stands out among the 3 programs.
Because whatever terms that you sign is all grandfathered in
Your
for the
approval
future.
letter. Yeah. It's all stipulated in your Malaysia, my second home conditional approval letter.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
That is a very good advantage. Yeah. That's true.
Yes.
Last question, Irene. Finally. What is your one advice, one professional advice for a smooth and successful application based on your experience?
Okay. Yeah, we have been serving clients from 25 different countries. And after handling hundreds of applications, I would safely say that first and foremost, get ready your documents, and then get ready your funds, and also engage a good agent with a good track record.
Yeah, that one you can contact me. I know exactly who is a good agent for MM2H.
And then I suppose that you'll be having a smooth and successful MM2H application.
Yeah, that's very good advice. So prepare your funds, make sure you have all the paperwork. Okay, Irene, that's all for today. Thank you very much for your time. I'm definitely looking forward to our next video in the near future. And for you guys who are interested in MM2H application, just contact me. My number is below and I will help you out. Okay. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, Irene.
Thank you, Yew Foong. Thanks for having me. See you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.